You guys, there is too much going on. So if you have not heard already, Nene Leakes did an interview on Big Tigger's radio show, and there is a clip going out because she basically called out Cynthia. Now, if you watched my last video about Kenya and Cynthia having their little situation recording the Girls Trip show on Peacock, that's going to be coming out I think in like a month or so, then you would have caught me talking about Kenya considering reconciling with Nene and being cool, and you would have also heard me talk about Cynthia's sharing her opinion in that interview, because she shared her opinion about the whole uncomfortable situation between her and Kenya in that interview. And she also talked about her going to visit Nene at her lounge, the Lenithia Lounge, and Marlo kind of helped set that up and helped Cynthia get in there, and she surprised her to show her respects and stuff like that, because Cynthia said she did not make the repass. The most important person to spot out here who went was Kenya. So at Gregg's repass, Kenya went. Now we all know Kenya and Nene just are not cool. Like they're not friends, okay? They work together, but they probably just couldn't stand each other over the years. So Kenya went, Marlo went, Mal, who is Cynthia's sister, went. There was a lot of girls. Phaedra was there. There was a lot of the housewife girls or whatever. So yeah, it was pretty good. So the thing about that is Cynthia didn't go to that, and I think in the interview she said that it was last minute or something like that, and she couldn't make it. And she went like a week later and she wanted to show her respects. But in that interview, Cynthia also said that, because they asked her like, well, what does this mean? Like, since when she went to Lenithia to support Nene, they're like, so are you guys like cool? Like, what does this mean since everything went well when she surprised her there? And Cynthia said that, you know, she's basically good where they are. She just wants positive relationships in her life now and stuff like that. So she said that she's like good where she is pretty much with that. And she didn't really come off like she was, you know, crazy open and excited about possibly like reconnecting with Nene. So she just seemed like, you know, I'm glad things are like where they are now, and I'm kind of good like that. So now here we are, fast forward to Nene on a radio show, and she was asked by one of the staff like, oh, not to name drop, but did Cynthia go? Did Cynthia reach out? Did she go? Whatever.
During Gregg's passing, every housewife in the entire franchise, you know, reached out to me. Kim Zolciak definitely have texted me since Gregg has passed, and she has stayed in touch since then. So I would say that we are okay.
I don't want to name drop, but I would expect her to.
Who?
Cynthia. I would expect her to.
No. A lot of people expect that now. She didn't even come to the repass. She did come like a week later after everything was done. She came by my lounge. It's really hard to explain Housewives. It's almost like a dysfunctional family. But they all reached out. They all sent flowers or something. Actually, I was surprised because the first set of flowers I got was a bouquet from like all the housewives. Like they went in together. I'm like, why do y'all need to go in together and buy some damn flowers? Like, you know, it's all of y'all work. You don't need to just, let's go in together and buy $200 worth of flowers. Like, you can spend your own $200. That's the way I've always been.
And she's like, oh, Cynthia, no, like she didn't even come to the repass, you know. And then she was like, yeah, a lot of people thought Cynthia would come to something like that, but she didn't come. And she was saying how the girls, all the Bravo housewife girls went together and bought her some $200 flowers. And she's like, all y'all work, so why did all y'all have to go in together to buy flowers? Like, y'all all could have each individually bought flowers. Why did y'all have to go in? So she called Cynthia Bailey out, basically saying like she didn't even come to the repass. She came a week later, but you know. And I'm like, my theory is, I think Nene was bothered that Cynthia was not there on the day of the repass. But I also think that Nene said this because when Cynthia said she went to Nene's lounge a week later, it was received well and it was fine, and Cynthia ended up staying the whole night. That's how fine everything was going. So they seemed comfortable around each other. I think she said they was laughing or whatever, you know, they took the pictures together. It seemed like a decent night. Now, I do think Nene probably was disappointed that she didn't go to the repass, but since everything went well a week later, my theory is that Nene got word of this interview that Cynthia did, basically kind of saying, you know, she didn't say it in a, oh, I'm good where I'm at, like, you know, the fact that she's just kind of good and not really looking to too much like explore into having a, you know, a friendship with Nene or to rekindle anything, and she kind of just seems more like she's good kind of where she is, and she just wants positivity and peace in her life and stuff like that. So I feel like Nene might have took that as a dig, and then she said this on the radio. That's my theory. I could very much be wrong, but I feel like if Cynthia might say, oh, you know, yeah, everything went good, yeah, I'm excited to see, you know, if we rebuild our friendship, or she just could have just said, you know, we'll see how things go, everything was positive last time I saw her, so it's all love. Like, I wonder if Nene's energy would have been the same. You know, I wonder, like, if Cynthia switched up how she said, like, her comment on where their friendship is, if Nene would have came a little different when she got asked about Cynthia coming. Because I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Cynthia's wrong for not going to the repass? Especially because they're not friends and they haven't been friends in a long time, and things got really bad between them. Like, would you go if you were in Cynthia's shoes, or do you kind of understand where she's coming from? You know, and same thing about Nene. Like, do you think Nene should feel a way? You know, do you think that Nene should feel a way that the girls all got together about buying flowers for her? Like, do y'all think that's a big deal or not? Personally, it just shows that a bunch of people were thinking about you, and usually that's how a lot of coworkers think. Usually when you're in like a work environment, coworkers will get you a card and they all sign it, or they all pitch in for lunch for somebody's birthday. Like, that's just how coworkers think, you know what I mean? And if you guys aren't real friends, so yeah, I think some people down at the job all said, okay, let's all go in on this for Nene. She got something going on. Put all our names on it, and here go Venmo you the money, and you go out there and go give it to her. Like, I think that's how it went down. I don't think it really was anything to like nitpick or whatever, but you know, whatever. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.